Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us here tonight on 20 Sides to Every Story. We're doing another chapter of Ruins of Symbaroum. This is the 5e version of. Um, uh, there's an actual Symbaroum game system that this is all derived from, but they also have the 5e version, which is Ruins of Symbaroum. We are tonight going to be running sort of a I would call it a direct sequel to the previous adventure. It's called Tomb of Dying Dreams. We kind of pick up maybe a month or so after the previous adventure, where our characters here were all involved in solving a string of murders that were happening within Thistlehold. It all, as all things do, it really was all a result of some corruption in the form of a artifact that they had obtained. And so this adventure is going to kind of pick up with that and deal with the question of what to do with the skull. But before we get into our game here, just really probably just one announcement here. We are participating in a fundraising effort that the Center for Suicide Awareness had been doing throughout the month of September in recognition of National Suicide Prevention Month. So we have been raising some money for them to help their outreach efforts and their work on the Hope Line, which is a free text-based emotional support service that helps to connect people in need with individuals that are willing to listen and provide resources and connect to more long-term services and things like that. So if you would like to, at any point during the game, make a donation, you can type into the chat !donate, and that'll pop up the link to the Tiltify where you can do the donations and such. We're a little light on donations here thus far, but if we raise 500 by the end of the month, which, man, September is going quick, so the end of the month is probably right around the corner. I'll extend that. We'll say by the end of Tuesday night, which is the next game that we'll be running, if we can raise $500, I'll keep the campaign open another month, and we'll do a special Halloween one-shot or something at the end of October. Probably one of like the Goodman Games holiday adventures or something like that. And we will definitely put some signups out there for folks to sign up and join in a one-shot. But yeah, that's kind of all we've got here for announcements. So we're just going to jump right into the game. The three of you, Valandros, Vesper, and Dario, it's been a month since the end of kind of all the terrible things that you witnessed as a result of trying to solve those murders that were all traced back to a couple of explorers who dredged up a skull that was sort of fused with this copper crown on its head. We had some other characters with us. We're going to kind of fade them out. There's some different reasons for that, but we had... I need to reference my Foundry so I can get the names right here. 1 second. Oh shoot.
Anora and Murgnak.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I screwed something up here. Sorry. We're doing it live. When I set up the Discord, I did it on my wrong monitor. So give me 1 second. I'm going to fix this. But we can kind of just chit-chat here while I do that.
We can introduce our characters again.
Yeah, why don't you do that while I'm getting this set up? That's a good save. Adrian, do you want to set us up?
Yeah, so I'm playing Dario, a Ambrian witch hunter who's had to eliminate various members of his family because they have been blighted, and that's his goal, is to, he doesn't care if he himself becomes corrupted, but as long as he gets to try and eliminate as much of the blights in the world, he'll be happy.
Awesome. Thank you for That was the exact amount of information I needed to get your frame set up. So perfect. Let's go next. Let's do Vesper next.
All right. I'm Robin. I'm playing Vesper, and Vesper is a dwarf scoundrel. She's a former cultist, and she's one of the dreams of doom dwarfs. So she has these premonition dreams of terrible things happening, was kind of kicked out by her people because of just all that scary, freaky stuff that she will tell people is going to happen. And she worked with a sorcerer for a while who died under some unfortunate circumstances and now is running a little potion shop and got embroiled in a murder. I mean, solving a murder. This time it wasn't her fault. So, yeah.
And if I'm remembering correctly, didn't Murgnok, the goblin who was kind of like staying on your floor or something, right, for a little bit?
Yeah, he stayed in. He cleaned up the place a little bit while he was staying there. Nice roommate to have.
Yeah, so I think the story with Murgnok, and he kind of followed. I think there was some kind of association with Valandros a little bit, but I don't know. I'm getting the sense Murgnok was a little soft spoken, little quiet. I think he just disappeared one day. I don't know that he. Maybe he like vaguely said something about like if he'll see you tomorrow, or maybe some non-committal like this might be the last time we chat or whatever, and he just was gone one morning. He kind of cleaned up wherever his little corner of the room or whatever that you had him staying in. It was all tidied up, and the bedroll was gone. And he did one last round of chores around the house, and you haven't seen him around town. So it's kind of a mystery. No note or anything.
Yeah, well, it
I
wouldn't
mean,
be
it
the
was the
first time.
oldest. It was the oldest goblin we ever seen. So I'm not surprised.
Maybe in the waning days, like maybe the last couple of days before he disappeared, he had been it kind of seemed like he was looking forward to your upcoming meeting that you were going to have with Night Pitch. It almost seemed like there was a yearning that he was really looking forward to going into the woods. He was hoping that whatever Night Pitch was going to ask of you would lead to that conclusion, which is probably what all the characters are thinking, that probably you're going to get a proposal, a job prospect to go and return that skull. But yeah, he seemed excited about that. Um, and let's hear about Valandros.
Hi guys, I'm Gabe. I'm playing Valandros. Valandros looks like a barbarian. I say looks like because actually all you see is a ritual mask, so you don't really know what it looks like. But he acts as a captain, which in this rule set is basically a fighter with some maneuvers, basically. And he has an unknown and unknowable past. At some point, he woke up with that mask in some gutter in Thistlehold and doesn't remember what happened to him to get him there and why he wears a mask, but he does. And since then, he's basically started working a little bit for the police, basically in town for the watch. Um, Given his uncanny focus on strategy and tactics, it kind of became the go-to guy for investigations, which in terms of what led him to be dragged into this manhunt that we just finished.
Perfect. And then Nora, Lauren's character, she had for several weeks after you had solved the situation, the murders had ended. She had been tending to, I think his name was Bomello, the Black Cloak. He'd gotten pretty roughed up in the basement of that warehouse where the kind of the final conflict and everything had gone down. He'd gotten I think he'd gotten like possessed or something. There's something weird going on with him. Not that he was a nice guy to begin with necessarily. He was very much um a true believer, I guess, of the church, and they're the Black Cloaks are kind of the secret police of the church, and he definitely was a career man. But him and Honora seemed to have some kind of a I don't know, of mutual respect, or she had been kind of tending to his wounds, and things started to kind of get to her a little bit about everything that she had seen. And she has decided, once Baumello was kind of on his feet, to kind of go back with him back to the main monastery, one of the main monasteries that exists up in the Titans, just to get some spiritual consultation, try to learn and grow from some of the, it's not really corruption, but just some of the things that she had seen have kind of tested her faith, and so she's kind of returning back to kind of hopefully fill the cup, so to speak, of her faith. And so the three of you have been called to sort of a festival of in your honor, I guess. Really just a busy night at the bar, essentially, but with the express purpose of celebrating and honoring you. On this evening, you find yourselves at the salons of Symbaroum in the northern side of Thistlehold, and there's a whole slew of people on all of its many floors, kind of packed to the brim. Probably not so much to celebrate you exactly, but because Mayor Night Pitch is sort of sponsoring the night, and there's some complimentary drinks and food and things like that, you get the sense that he is making a bit of a spectacle about the fact, this string of murders was bad publicity for him and the town. And so he wants it to kind of be seen that something is going to be done about it, and that, kind of to glorify the three of you as the ones that solved that problem. He's very big on working with mercenaries and such, and so it's good for business to celebrate those that do a good job, so that he will continue to have a whole string of people that he can send out on expeditions and make sure that the treasures that do get kind of dredged up from the forest, they enter into the legitimate economy and not the black market, which often kind of happens here. Depending on your characters, I don't know how, some of you maybe are indulging a little bit more than others, but inevitably there's a toast from Mayor Night Pitch. He's kind of a jolly fellow in public, although you've met him in private. And in private, he's maybe a little bit more serious, but he tries to put on a very friendly face and makes an effort to say hi and have a small interaction with just about everybody in the tavern. At some point, he lifts his glass and gives a full-throated endorsement of the three of you, and gives you all the compliments and credit in the world for being responsible for putting an end to the Flayer killings. And without going into too much detail, he makes a pledge that the three of you are also going to be working to make sure that the corruption that was at the heart of those killings is expunged. Nobody's really paying attention. They just, they cheer when it feels appropriate to do so. Their glasses in the air, and there's, people are cheering and chanting your names. They're raising a glass to you as they see you pass by. But eventually, you see Yagaba, the witch, who's part bodyguard, part advisor, part friend to Mayor Night Pitch, will come and seek each of you individually out and invite you to a private room for a conversation. And so eventually you all gather up, and you would find yourselves in a quiet, private room with a full dining table full of little appetizers and fruit and pitchers of wine and beer and things. And you would see Mayor Nightpitch sitting at the head of that table, seated and kind of kicking back, relaxing, being out of the public eye for but a moment. And there's another individual in the room as well. Yagaba takes her leave. As soon as she has gathered you into the room, she leaves. But there's another individual, maybe a man in his maybe late 40s, early 50s, starting to show a few gray hairs and some wrinkles under the eyes, but he's wearing a cloak and hood that kind of suggests, and you could see like the emblem of the Ordo Magica hanging around his neck. So this is one of the Magic Institute's members. And as you enter, he says, don't believe that we have met before. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Master Cornelio. Mayor Nightpitch has asked me to be here to consult, as well as to provide you some guidance in your upcoming journey. And Mayor Nightpitch just kind of puts a hand out, kind of suggests that he just take a seat. You're getting ahead of yourself, friend. Welcome. I'm sorry it's been a little busy out there. I haven't had a chance to chat with you all individually yet, but please help yourselves, make yourselves comfortable. We've got all night to trade words about business.
See that Dario looks a little flustered and disheveled because he had just got roused up from going to one of the upper floors. I think it's like the third floor of the salon where they there's his desires, his carnal desires would have been satiated.
He probably trades a joke. He remembers you trading some words with Yagaba too, and he says, hey, take it easy, lover boy. You'll have plenty of time for all of that. But we just have to hammer out some details. There's some arrangements that need to be made.
Well, I don't know how long we're gonna be gone, so just getting in as much as I can before we leave.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, I'm sure that it is no mystery what needs to be done now. We've been dancing around it here for the past few weeks, but I think it is time that we return the skull back from whence it came. I can't see any good keeping it here any longer. And I've had the Ordo Magica kind of take a look at it, try to study it and such, and I really am convinced the only solution is to return it from whence it came. It was found in a tomb. Nothing good can come of dredging up the bones of the dead, particularly when those bones belong to a Symbarian king. I was going to invite you all here to have the right of first refusal on that task. I'm willing to pay mightily for its return. If you're not feeling up for it, no hard feelings, but I figured you'd have proven yourselves, and I don't know. I just suspect that there was maybe some thirst to see this thing to its end.
Yes, absolutely. When do we leave?
Well, that bit is up to you. But we've got a couple of options for where you are headed. And, well, I think Master Cornelio, that's your cue. And Cornelio just kind of adjusts his spectacles and takes a sip of wine. He says, yes, well, we at Ordo Magica have already taken an interest in what Gorak and his expedition had uncovered. Maybe about a month or so ago, actually, several weeks before you all began your investigation, we had already set up a camp in the woods in the vicinity of where the tomb that Gorak and his treasure hunters had found that skull. We had established an outpost and sent a crew up there to kind of try to locate the tomb and see if there was any other mysteries or histories that could be gleaned from such a place. They had been fairly communicative up until about 2 weeks ago. So we do suspect that something has transpired where you're going. They would likely know something if they're, well, I don't want to assume the worst, but it does seem like there might be good reason for you to seek them out if you can. Not only for your purpose, but also see if you can save them and bring them back if anything horrible has befallen them. So, with this in mind, you could head on foot into the woods, but there may be a faster route. I would suggest taking a riverboat. You'd have to travel a little ways a little ways west to the city of Karun, but from there you could charter a boat and make your way up the river into the forest. There was a small outpost that we had established within the wood, which would be accessible by boat. It would likely be a faster route for you. All in, you're looking at about 10 days to get there.
Well, I would say if something likely has happened to your crew, expediency is probably important if we want the chance to find anyone still alive.
Yes, I would agree. Provisions have been prepared for you for the trip, both there and back again. Once you're there, you'll want to consult with Magister Senia. She was the one that was put in charge of this expedition. I don't have notes or directions on where exactly you could find the tomb itself. All we had to go off of was the words of a drunk braggart who, well, met his end, as you know. But I think if you can find some of the others from the expedition, they likely can steer you in the right direction. And they will help you.
Do you know what what was the last message from the crew?
Oh, they had located the tomb, and they were going to send a small party out to investigate. But there was nothing unusual in what they had shared. They did not seem to be on edge or have any worries or concerns of everything had been quiet. No blight beasts, no encounters with elves.
Really?
None of the normal things that you would anticipate. Normal
Were
or
they
Davokar.
a small team?
Hmm. The GM is just doing some math. We'll say 20. Crew of 20.
The rationale for the question is, right, if they're small, they don't have a big footprint. If there are many, right, they might have
Yeah.
like been noticed, right? So I guess Valenger's trying to get it like small enough to be self-sufficient, but not so big enough that they would make their presence
Right.
very much.
And he'll explain, because if you start asking about numbers and kind of their setup, he'll explain that they had built like a small pier and like a small building along the river where they were keeping like a pair of individuals to kind of man that. But then the main headquarters was actually, they had occupied an old fort or an old castle, ruined, not very far from where the pier is, like literally probably less than half a mile. And then the way that they'd been communicating was that they had a magic circle that they had set up and established within the main keep where the main headquarters was, and they were just basically telepathically communicating back and forth. But those communications ended like 2 weeks ago.
And the Magister Cinia, you said her name was?
Yes.
She's where do we meet her, at the pier, or is she in that town before we get on the boat?
She should be at the headquarters, but she was among those that went on the expedition.
Oh,
So
okay. So we
so
might
it's
have to
hard to
search
say.
for her. Yeah.
Well, got the information. Now it's up to us to prep our stuff and get ready to go. I understand that the expediency is in order. And personally, I can't wait to get, excuse me, that skull out of the walls.
Oh, I agree. I have been having nightmares every night about that thing. It's important to get that back where it belongs.
Now the question is there one among you that is holding on to the skull?
Oh yeah, I'll be holding it.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, we'll say at this point, I think it makes sense that maybe Ordo Magica had taken custody of it for a short amount of time to like look over it. So Master Cornelio has it and hands it kind of over to you, like knowing that you're going to be the bearer of it.
It's like all wrapped up, right?
It's all wrapped up. Yeah.
Oh.
He is not. You can tell he's even like kind of uncomfortable, even like bringing it out, even exposing it that much. But he hands it over to you and doesn't patronize you by saying be careful with that or whatever. Like he knows that you have had firsthand exposure to what it's capable of inspiring. So, the other thing that Mayor Nightpitch would hand out to each of you, an explorer's license with each of your names on it, with kind of pretty precise language about what that license allows you to do in going into Davokar. And you would note that your explorer's license does not come with any rider that suggests that you are authorized to take anything back with you.
I just feel like that would be asking for trouble
Mm-hmm.
anyway.
Very foolish.
If he thought you were going somewhere else, he would. But in this case, it's more about putting things back and not causing any more problems with this particular whatever it is. So
Yeah, Val is thinking about the Iron Pact, but he will not mutter those words. And given that he's behind a mask, people will not be seeing him. His concern. Stay silent.
So with a lot of kind of preliminaries kind of laid down, some logistics, they're going to provide you with like we're not going to mess around with like rations and everything. Like we're just going to say they're going to send you off with exactly what you need to get where you're going. And if we were playing like a more long campaign, maybe I'd hex crawl you through and we'd have a bunch of encounters on the way and such, but we're not going to do that. So we're hand waving that part away. You got everything that you need to survive. But are there other questions or things you wish to ask?
No, I think the mission is pretty clear.
So with that, Mayor Nightpitch will take his leave of you, and he'll return back to the people and mingle with them a bit. Maybe with a kind of wink and a nod to make sure you get your rest tonight. But he's gonna go and tear one off.
Well, I'm an old woman, so I'm gonna go get my rest tonight.
Yep, it makes sense for you all to do that. Is there anything?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You're
not
going
all of us,
upstairs.
but-
A different kind of R&R, I guess. But yeah, I think kind of you all do what you need to do to close out the evening, and in the morning you'll gather up and likely take horses or whatnot to this other village where you're gonna go and rent your boat. Is there anything that you wish to take care of in town before you go?
I'm gonna just put a sign on my door, be back soon. I have no idea when, lock up. So that's what I'll do.
I assume Val has a little hovel somewhere, but he doesn't need to do anything specific about it.
Sounds good. Dario, anything that you wish to do before you head out?
No. I don't have anybody.
I've got no one.
Got no one.
We don't have a lot of ties in the city, do we? It's sad. No one's gonna miss us if we fail.
No one's coming
You're
looking for
expendable.
us.
No.
Oh, very good. So you'll head out. It's a couple days journey to Karoon. When you get there, you'll be able to charter a boat, like just a small like rowboat is really all you need to go up the river. Load up your things, and the three of you would be able to get into one comfortably enough. If there were more of you, maybe rent two or something, but you can do so reasonably enough, and eventually you'll start making your way up north. Again, it's kind of probably took you a couple of days to get to Karoon. It's probably about like 6-day journey. So you're rowing for the day, going up the river, having to bank it on the shore and like kind of camp throughout. Once you start to get into the woods, you're going to be able to see the enormity. I don't know if any of your characters have been in Davokar before, but you're looking at these huge hardwood trees that just reach up 100 feet easily. And the canopy is very thick even during the daylight, you just kind of it's always just kind of this perpetual feel of dusk because the canopy is just so thick. It doesn't let a lot of light filter down. As you're passing, you hear strange things out in the dark, like almost like mammoth beasts rumbling at times, very very far off in the distance. And a couple of times off the shores of the river that you're looking at the trees, you just see these massive spider webs with man-sized kind of pods at times, like with deer or whatever hanging out. There are large nasties that live in these woods. But fortunately, your trek is primarily just ambient danger in the background. You don't confront anything that face to face. But yeah, eventually on after the journey's end, you will. I'm gonna pull up a new map here. And I probably have to do something about some lighting here, so give me 1 second. Okay. I've got a party token on a map. Are y'all able to see this?
No, not yet.
May have to refresh browsers.
Probably, I think visibility you have to adjust.
Yeah, I'm getting the message that I need a token with visibility.
Vision is enabled. The vision range. Oh, I got global illumination on, so that can't be it. All right, cool. Thanks, Foundry. We just fight with the settings on you
Oh,
all the
there,
time.
I
go.
can see
Oh.
it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you'd be pulling up kind of to this pier. You would see this from the distance as you're in your rowboat. Small, very small little kind of wooden palisade that encapsulates this little one-story kind of makeshift building. There is a rowboat that's already pulled up to the pier and is tied off. And it is quiet. As you're pulling forward. Anything you'd like to do as you're rowing forward?
Probably look for any visual cues of any onlooker.
Yeah. Why don't you give me a perception check? Probably before you even like kind of pull up, maybe like as you're just pulling in, you catch the sight over here in the kind of northwestern corner, like moving out of your vision around the corner of that building is this large feline creature, like the size of a mountain lion or something. But like it kind of like prowls. It just looks like maybe it had just like kind of circled around the building and it's kind of winding around. It's going clockwise around the building.
I'll let the others know.
Wait, Alex, can you say that again? Because I lost audio for a second. I don't know.
Mountain lion shaped creature. I don't have an image of it, but a feline creature is kind of prowling around, stalking the grounds inside that palisade.
I mean, we could shoot at it from the water if it comes closer.
Yeah, let's not antagonize it unless
Well, I'd
Yeah.
rather shoot at it from the water than get on land and have it pounce.
Do we have some meat that we can just use as, here you go. Leave us alone.
Probably have some dried meat amongst the rations that they packed for you. Some like jerky.
Jerky.
I
You
mean,
want
the
to do the
animal
honors,
should.
Val?
I'm just curious then, we're just gonna like run from it, or are we going to try to investigate this area a little bit before moving on?
I think we should clear the pier, secure it, and then can make camp here and then do the trek. As far as we've been told, the outpost is less than a half a mile away from here. But I think we should make this place secure.
Okay,
So
that's
once
what I
once
was
we
thinking too.
yeah once we get the feline out of here, we should make sure it stays out.
Right. Well, I'm not very good with animals. I'll leave that to you.
Dario, are you good with animals?
Oh, no. Almost like a -1.
Me too. My animal
Almost like.
handling is like
Got
really
you.
bad. That's why I'm like, I'd rather shoot at it than try to appease it.
Somehow the way you describe it, Val gets that you guys don't want to do that. Okay.
If you want me to get it angry, I probably could do that, but
Yeah, I could use my longbow.
I mean, in a way, you have a point. Like attacking it would get rid of it. But honestly, I don't. I want to be. I want to have a soft print
Mhm,
as much as we can. Honestly,
mhm.
we don't know what we're gonna disturb or what. You know.
Yeah, so you just want to like creep up, just just
should we
casually.
Yeah.
yeah, poison the meat or just give it food? Is what are
Ooh.
you trying
No,
to
no, no, no. Why poison the meat?
Oh, I actually like that
I
idea.
just don't know about this creature. Maybe it's because I'm not very good with animals, but I
Yeah.
just feel like we're delaying the inevitable. It's going to try to kill us.
Would I
Prob
know,
Not
Alex?
necessarily.
Would I know, Alex, if this might be something else, not just like from its shape or sounds that it's making, that it might be a blighted creature?
You could make like a nature check.
Nature? Yeah.
In the time that you guys are all talking, I'm gonna say you see like two of these feline creatures kind of coming
Oh,
around.
two.
So now you know that
Okay.
there's multiple that seem to be circling the building. And with a 5, I'm gonna say
5.
you don't know what this is. So, there certainly are natural beasts that live in the woods. Like not everything is a blighted thing, but
Mm. Well, Dario, all he sees is,
big cat.
Okay, there's 2 of them now.
Well, let's be ready for everything.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't start attacking them unless
Yeah.
they openly show hostile intent.
Yeah.
Personally,
Dario.
but I understand if you guys disagree.
I want to hide in the ship. I want to get down really low.
Dario heads out with his longbow in hand and an arrow ready to go.
So, are you bringing the boat in to the pier?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I would
Yeah.
say that we have a big chunk of dry meat ready to be tossed at the creatures if the necessity arise.
I think at this point you see like a 4th one. Like you've been counting. You've been kind of distinctly tell like there's like a whole pack of them basically that are circling this building.
Guys, that's not a good sign. Like if this place was
Yeah. There must be
secure,
something in the building that they're interested in.
yeah, and there might be bodies. that are attracting the felines. So
Mhm.
let's be ready.
Mm-hmm.
You pull up alongside the pier. I'm gonna say I get the sense you're going very cautiously, very slowly, so you're not making a lot of noise.
Mhm.
They 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 don't seem like they notice you. They just kind of continue this pattern. Once in a while, you'll see one of them kind of stop or linger by this front door to this building. Here is a simple door, and you can see there are some scratch marks on it. But once in a while, one kind of just stops and kind of scratches a little bit, sniffs around a little bit, but then just kind of keeps prowling.
There's definitely something here that's interesting. Then, speaking their interest, do we hear anything else besides these animals?
You can make a perception check. You're starting to
Get
hone
closer.
in.
Come on, Perceptione. 17.
You can hear some muffled voices on the inside, on the other side of that door.
Mhm.
You're not close enough to hear what they're saying, but you hear the occupants. There are occupants.
something-
There is a life.
Yeah. Yeah. Life.
Real quick. Hey, Michael from Proficiency Bonus. Good to see ya. Hope you're having a good weekend. Have you guys played this one yet? This is Ruins of Symbaroum. It's a 5e. It's basically like a, I don't know, special set of rules that kind of go along with the Symbaroum campaign. I think it's pretty fun. I really like the changes that they made to rests, and the corruption system and spellcasting is kind of interesting.
I think maybe we should call out. Don't you think? Or no?
I think we should get at the door and
Okay.
make ourselves known to the occupants,
Okay.
but
Let's
without
say that we
shouting.
were say that we were sent from the
Ordo
order.
Magica?
Yeah.
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 So are you guys actually, you're getting out of the boat and moving towards the door?
Yeah.
I don't want to get out of the boat until I see if these animals attack my friends. I
Sounds
want
good.
to sit in there with my bow, hiding, so I
Oh.
can shoot at something if they attack.
Sounds
So
good.
I'll let them walk up.
So Dario and Val, you get up onto the pier and briskly walk over to the door.
Yes.
Okay, then what do you do?
If Dario doesn't stop me, I'm gonna use my axe, flip it around, and talk, talk, talk. We're with Ordo Magica. Everything all right?
No, we're stuck in here.
Well, then open up.
And probably like as they like are contemplating doing so, one of the cats comes around the corner and just you can see it bear these fangs. So these things are kind of like kind of mottled gray fur, like more or less like a really unkept mountain lion. But as it bears its fangs, they drip.
Mm.
The kind of drip that you might have seen like on a venomous snake or something. And I think we will go ahead and roll initiatives here. Just theater of the mind combat. Keep it loose.
Did you need to start an encounter, or did we
I'm
just hit?
I don't have good stuff set up, so I'm just
Oh,
gonna
okay.
roll. I'm just gonna roll dice.
Okay.
All right. So they rolled pretty high. Val, what did you have?
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Did
yeah,
roll? Yeah,
we can't roll
Mm.
because there
we
says no
can't.
combat.
Okay, so I'll roll. I'll roll physically.
Yeah, let me get my
Make this
physical dice
easy.
too.
Yeah. Here we go. Val gets an 11 plus 0, so 11.
All right. Vesper.
Sorry, I'm still finding dice.
Oh, so
I was trying to see if there was a way I could push the button, but it won't let me. So
if you guys want to do that, just give me a second. I can have
No,
it set
don't
up
worry.
that
Don't worry.
you
it's all
guys
right.
can do it.
I got an 11.
Okay.
I got 17.
And Dario has 17. Okay. The cats are up. As soon as the one cat starts growling and making noise, the others are going to come running around the corners as well. So this first one just kind of leaps right over at you, Valandros. And it gets a 21 to hit.
Ooh, that hits comfortably.
And so it'll deal 6 piercing damage to you, and then you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, Constitution saving throw coming. Why my character doesn't? Okay, I'm gonna roll it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to roll physical.
Okay, it's an 11 on the die. I got a +4, so it's a 15.
All right, you make the save. As it runs and pounces at you, there's like one just seconds afterwards that comes running around the corner following it. That one is an 18 to hit.
That will hit.
6 points of damage, and then another saving throw.
Saving throw. This one is a 12 plus 4, 16.
All right, you make it. And then Dario, you've got the same problem, but coming from the opposite direction, around the opposite corner of the house. First one misses, and then the second one that comes around the corner also misses. And then it is Dario's turn.
Okay. I want to jump up onto the roof of this little cabin.
Okay, give me an athletics check.
Athletics. Oh, 12.
12. You managed to get on up there.
Ooh.
Now these two cats are nipping at your heels as you do so.
Mhm.
A 14 to hit.
14. Where's my AC? Nope. I have 15 AC.
And the other one misses as well. And so as you hop up there, it's not the most graceful climb up there, but they weren't really expecting you to do so. And so one of them just grabs onto the heel of your boot and pulls it off as you scamper up onto the roof.
I like that boot. That's my action, right? Yeah.
I'll count that as just your movement.
Oh, okay. I want to try and hit one of these guys.
Sounds good.
I have my longbow. 13 to hit.
13 hits.
Oh, okay. And that's a 5.
5 points. Okay. Anything else on your turn?
Nope, that's it.
Next up is Val.
Val is gonna issue squad orders to brace. And if you guys don't move, attacks against you are at disadvantage. And with that is gonna basically try to put out of its misery one of these creatures that we're trying to eat on it. (16 plus 3 plus 2, 21 to hit.
Yes.
And the damage is 3 plus 5, 8 points of slashing damage
All right, and this is with an axe.
with an axe.
Yeah,
Yes.
so you just hack into the flesh of one of these cats, and blood is starting to kind of coat its fur, and it's even angrier at you as it bares its teeth, ready to bite back. That'll bring us to Vesper. You hear that the cats have been engaged.
Yeah, well, I'm hiding in this boat, but I have a horseman's bow, so I should be able to shoot from the boat, right?
Mhm.
Are these 5 feet squares on
Yeah,
this map? Okay. I'll shoot one near Val, engaged with Val.
that will
18?
hit.
All right. See. That should add the sneak attack in as well. So 14.
Nice. That one is still up, but it looks pretty badly wounded. It's got an arrow just sticking right out of its neck, and it was like right about to like pounce onto Volandros, but as the arrow hit, it kind of recoils and gurgles back a little bit of blood.
Oh goodness. I want to bonus action hide.
Yeah, sounds good.
Hit the boat.
Um,
I don't know.
the number to beat on that is a 17. They have pretty high perception.
I rolled a
Oh,
24.
Awesome. That'll bring us back to the top. So now the cats are going. 2 of them are attacking you, Volandros. Ooh, 20 to hit. 6 points of piercing damage.
guys,
We don't have a
they're bleeding
healer.
me out.
And a
The
con
saving
save.
throw.
Yep.
Yeah, let's see.
I
Let's see if
poison things. I don't heal them. Sorry.
I cannot roll the saving throw. So let me roll it this way. 15 plus fire, 19. I'm good.
You're good. And then the second attack is a 12 to hit.
12 will miss.
And then the other 2 cats are going to attempt to get onto the roof. One of them is just kind of scratching. It's not quite able to leap up there. The other one, however, does. So there's one cat up on the roof, and it will try to attack you.
It doesn't happen to be a hot tin roof, does it?
I was about to.
It is
sorry.
a wooden. Yeah. So it will hit with an 18, I believe. And so if that hits, that'll be 6 piercing damage, and then I'll need a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution. I got a 17.
Okay, you're good.
Plus.
All right, so at the end of the round, we've got basically Volandros is just tanking 2. One of them is just feebly trying to get on the roof, and then the other has successfully done so and attacked Dario. Dario, it is your turn.
Yeah, so I'm gonna drop my longbow and hit this one with the short sword. Take a swing. Come on. That's not gonna hit a 10.
Folks out there, they could use some rerolls. I'm just saying. Anything else on your turn?
No, I'm just gonna brace myself for. Oh wait, that attack should have had a disadvantage on me, right? With Val's brace action.
They haven't moved.
Yeah, no.
Oh, you want me to? Okay. Well, he would have gotten a crit.
Okay.
If he'd had advantage, he would have gotten a crit. But all right, that'll bring us to Val.
So Val is trying to attack one of the injured ones that he's got facing. Let me use the this so everyone can see. 16 to hit,
The hits.
and then damage normal for 10 points of damage.
And then that one, you bring your axe blade right into its forehead and slay the first cat down. 3 remaining. Vesper.
Can
Oh, go
can
ahead.
I scream? Can I scream? Hey, whoever is inside, you better come out and help.
Yeah, I was about to.
Yeah,
We're
you
fighting.
absolutely
It's like,
can. Vesper.
All right. Well, it seems like Val's getting beaten on pretty badly, so I'll aim for the other cat that's near him. Do I get advantage then because I'm successfully hiding?
Yes, yep.
Okay. 17?
And this was the other one near Val?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. That's only 10.
10 damage. That's the first damage on that, so as you well, we'll see. You're gonna probably try to hide quick, right?
I will. I'll scuttle to the other side of the I'm just,
It's like
moving around in the ship.
it's like
Where
turning
am
its
I?
head. Where did that come from?
We'll see if I can successfully hide this time. A 20?
You managed to duck as it's just like kind of confused a little bit, like um then that, let me just see. I want to see.
I was hoping to roll a little higher on those D6s, guys. Sorry.
And I just realized I did have a bonus action.
The mare cats are up. There's one near you, Valandros. It will miss. There is one near you, Dario, that is trying to hit. Gabe, tell me about is your ability still in play on this one?
in theory, if they don't move, they should be able to kind of impose disadvantage.
Is it the player character or the monster that has to move?
The player character.
The player character. Okay. So
Yeah.
This one is attacking at disadvantage and will miss. And then the other one is trying to get onto the roof yet and successfully does so and will attack you, Dario, at disadvantage and miss. Dario's turn.
Yeah, I am going to. These guys. Whoa, where did my. Okay, that's weird. All my weapons disappeared. Unless. What the hell? Okay, anyway. I'll roll it on here. It's weird. That's a 19
Hits.
plus 2, 21. All right, and longsword. What's the longsword?
D8.
D8s, I believe.
If you're using it
D8.
one-handed.
Plus 2, 7.
7 points of damage. That one is still up.
Yeah, my bonus action is only for ranged.
Valandros, you are up.
So there's one creature still next to me, and I'm gonna attack it.
Oh, there it is.
Attack.
Hits.
Damage. Be 9 points of damage.
All right. Looking pretty wounded. But you hear the voices on the inside of the building. They say, "Is it just you? Hurry! We'll open the door. And you just have to run through. You just have to run through."
No,
I'm on-
no. We're getting rid of this cats. Help out. 3 of us.
And that is kind of probably what transpires there. Is they really sound like they're trying not to open the door, and they're kind of negotiating what's the minimum we can do here. They sound pretty haggard and kind of raspy voices and such. Vesper, it is your turn.
All right. Well, so there's one damaged on the roof and one damaged on the ground. Is that
Yep.
what's happening right now? And the one on the ground is looking pretty close to death? Or
A well placed shot by you could take it down.
could take it down? Okay, I'll go for that one. I'm just trying to get rid of them.
Especially if you do that.
Oh, yeah, that
Wow.
one. Yeah, maybe I should have gone for a different one. But, All right, let's see. Critical hit.
66 is gonna be a bad day for the cat.
Yeah, there we go.
Ooh, okay, that one's super dead.
27.
Straight headshot.
Oh, I think I'm getting the hang of this. Okay. But let's see if I can be sneaky again. Oh, I'm still sneaky. That's my magic number.
Are you sure your previous work was not as a sailor?
Mm.
Well, I'm not really moving the boat. I'm just like ducking.
I mean, you're a pro. I'm told it's difficult to balance on a boat, but you're a pro.
And then that will bring us to the cats. The two remaining ones are on top of the roof, and both are trying to attack Dario at disadvantage. Is that last, Valandros? Is that 1 minute?
Yes, so this is the 4th round. I have
Okay.
6 to go.
Miss. The second one, miss. That'll bring us to Dario.
All right. Gonna try and get this one that's already damaged or hurt. Yes.
Hits.
21. Come on, baby. Ooh, 8. Oh wait. No, that should have been a D8. It said short sword D6. Okay.
Using a short sword?
Yeah, I have a short sword.
Oh,
So-
okay. I thought you said that you had a long sword.
No, yeah, short sword.
So the eight is correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
That.
Sounds good. As we turn to Val.
Well, at this point, Val will try to climb up as well to join the fight with Dario. So that's gonna be athletics, right?
Yep. And we want an 11 or higher. Oh.
Oof.
So you're just kind of hanging there trying to pull yourself up, and you're just like the one arm that you're using is your dominant arm was bit like several times, and you're just struggling. And
I guess I guess I can throw the one hand axe at if I can see one. I don't know if I have visibility.
yeah,
but
we'll just say for the scene, you're able to pull yourself up just not enough to like get up there, but as you're feeling like you're just not going to be able to do it, you could make an improvised. I'm going to swing a throwing axe at it. Yep, that'll hit.
16.
Oh.
6 points of damage.
It is still up. With an axe lodged into its muscle tissue on its back. Vesper, it is your turn.
All right. Well, let's see if we can get rid of this kitty for you there, Dario. Huh?
Yes.
All right. So normal for 13.
All right. You shoot it. It drops and kind of rolls off the roof. Volandros kind of has to like sway out of the way as this big hunk of cat meat comes dropping down.
Oh, good. Just one left. Come on, guys. We can do this. All right. Duck down. Let's see. 21.
Damn.
Well, stealth is one of my things. I'm a hiding kind of person.
And I think with that, the cat, seeing the other one tumble off the roof, it seems like its hair just kind of rises on end, and it's almost like skulking backwards like a cornered animal. And it goes to like the northern side of the roof and just leaps.
Oh.
Yeah, if you want to, you can. It's
I wanna take a
retreating.
shot, but...
Okay.
Oh, I can.
You can if you want to.
Yeah. I'll do it. Oh wait, no. Does that hit 12? Yeah.
The 12 does not hit.
Oh.
And if you had, I would make it stay and bite you. But it gets to the other side of the palisade, and it ends up running off into the woods, out of your line of sight. So we'll say you're out of combat.
I hop in from this I guess whatever this is, if that's a chimney thing or whatever, I'm gonna go through there.
I think Valandris is gonna renew his knocks on the door. Now you can open. We got them to back off.
I'll gracelessly climb out of this boat
Mhm.
and make my way over to the door.
The door will creep open, and you'll see two very thin, very exhausted looking members of Ordo Magica. One of them is maybe like mid-20s, but he just very like cautiously opens the door, just kind of peeks out around the corner and kind of looks both ways. They're gone?
We killed 3,
Come
as
in.
you can see. They're gone. And what we need right now is some med, some bandages, because I've been beaten 3 times. So
Yeah, and Dario's behind them. Yes, me too.
Bandages, yes. And then like the young man kind of looks at the woman that's with him. She's about the same age. She kind of scurries into the house, and you can see her kind of rummaging around. And like a minute or two later, they both emerge from the building with some cloth bandages and trying to do their best to administer some medical aid. They're like, did its venom? And are you poisoned? How do you feel?
I'm good.
They'll do some tests,
Thank
like how many fingers?
2.
Okay. Oh, good. Good.
So what happened here?
Well, those things came out of the woods. We've been trapped up in there for several days. We just couldn't get them to scurry off. Hungry.
What are they? Have you seen those kind of creatures before?
I think they're called meerkats. Poisonous felines.
Yeah.
Kind of live in this region of the woods. But we weren't very well armed here. We weren't really prepared for so many.
Where is Master Senior?
Master Senia sent you? Or you're looking for
No.
her?
No, we're looking
Thistlehold.
for her. We're coming from Thistlehold. Yes.
Oh,
I don't know
good.
if you know, but
Our
the
prayers have been
communication-
answered.
Oh. But the Thistlehold hasn't heard from you in 2 weeks. That's why they sent us.
That's not good. Master Senia would be at the headquarters. It's just due east from here. We kind of
Well,
wondering something terrible must have happened that they didn't come and check in on us for so long.
Yeah, I recommend you join us and we go at the outpost, see what happened.
They don't look very good. They look very starving.
Better with us than by themselves at this point.
Well, if you're heading headquarters isn't far, we could make it there. We'd rather go with you, and we can't.
Maybe we should share some food with them before heading out. They just
Yes, we can give some.
don't look very strong.
We have some food. It's just they just kind of point at their rowboat, like it's all tied up there.
Oh.
And you can see they'll go and kind of check up on the boat, and you can see there's like some sacks of dried rations and the kinds of things that you packed along. Things that not really enticing to a meerkat, fortunately, I guess, but it wasn't with them when they needed it. So they depleted kind of their stores of what little they had inside the building. But they gather up some supplies and such, and they are very, very eager to go with you if you're willing to take them as far as the headquarters. They'll say, it really is. We could probably make it in about a half hour or so.
I might need to get some medicine because I've been bitten pretty bad. Let me see what I have.
Yeah, me
Sure.
too.
I have an elixir of life. I don't remember what it does. Let me see what it does. Consuming zero life gives the drink regenerative powers that heal 1d6 hit points during 1d6 turns. At the start of the character's turn. Sadly, the character suffers a temporary corruption for each turn the elixir is in effect. I don't like this, but considering that I
You
have
could
13 HPs,
you could short rest
Hmm.
if you didn't want to consume an item.
I think expediency here is important. So it's either I drink this and we go, or we go, because I don't I'm Valve feels particularly eager to get to the outpost and see what happened there.
Well, how injured is Dario? Because if you're both hurt pretty bad and we don't have any means to heal, we might not want to. I know expediency is important, but if we get there and are immediately knocked out of commission, that would be bad too.
I'll just drink this elixir. I've been told does miracle. It does darken your soul though.
How are you, Dario? Did you get hit a lot,
I
or
got
are you
hit,
okay?
but I'm okay. I'm okay.
Okay.
Oh, Alex, I had 8 temporary corruption from the last session. What happens with that?
Nothing. You exit out all your. It's been a month, so
Okay.
temp goes away. Permanent would stay.
Okay.
So Valandros
Alex, that has
is drinking a potion.
Yeah, I don't understand this works. The 1d6 hit points during 1d6 turns. So it each turn is active. It cures 1d6s, because I don't know why would make you roll twice. If it's 1d6 over that same number of turns, I would understand it. But the way it's phrased makes me confused.
Let's see. What's the name of the item?
Elixir of life.
The elixir of life. During 1d6 turns. That is weird. Well, I'm gonna rule that it works like this. You roll 1d6 for how many turns, and then based on how many turns, you can roll the healing each turn.
Oh, okay. Okay, so let me roll 1d6 for the number of turns this will be active. in person. You'll have to trust me.
I always do.
I rolled a 1.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
all right.
Yeah,
Well, then
Well,
we really trust you because why would you lie about that?
I'm not lying. I rolled a 1.
the good news is you
So
only
sad.
it's only one corruption, so
Mhm.
I would have gone with corruption. Anyway, so temporary corruption 1, and I roll 1d6 now for the cure.
Don't roll a 1. Did you roll a 1?
Very useful, guys. I strongly recommend you buy this elixir of life.
Mm. Just an
Oh my god.
expired one. I think you might have
yeah.
held on to it too long.
Wow.
Somebody wanted to make
Okay.
something that was going to be like very they wanted to make sure that they took the corruption out of it, but in doing so they diluted what made it good in the first place. It's like
Mm.
Coke Zero or something.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
bad.
Well, let's go. I want to go at the outpost. So
Sounds good. So probably we're gonna have the same issue here.
no, we can see.
You can see. I don't know. I really
can
don't
see the
understand how these
token.
maps work, but
Yeah.
so this
Yeah,
would have been the
there's a
river.
little circle around the
This is
token.
where the outpost is,
Okay.
and then you're gonna start heading into the woods basically from here. And the two individuals that you have with you, I don't know if they gave you their names, but they're along the way as you're traveling, they tell you a little bit. This is Marla and Plendel, and they're happy to be coming along with you. They keep reassuring you that it's not very far as you're trucking along through the woods. But you travel for maybe about like 15 minutes or so, and there's sort of a little bit of a makeshift trail here. Like you can tell this is a path that is probably going back and forth from the pier to the headquarters. Is a trek that had been cleared when they initially came here and established this kind of home base and everything like that. But as you're traveling forward among the trees and the green of everything, there's a clash of color that comes into view. And all the greens and the dark, there's a vibrancy to the forest, but up ahead, just black and gray coating all of the vegetation, the flowers, the grass itself, the trees. In fact, many of the trees in front of you appear dead, but their leaves and such are just shriveled and still attached to the limbs. All the plant life is just streaked with this gray, as if some kind of pestilence or a disease that wiped it all. All these different plants affected all of it. You would gather from the reaction of the two that are with you that they have not seen this before.
Okay. So this is new. This is not how it generally looks. This might be what happened.
When was the
Sounds
last time you
pretty
guys
planned.
came around here? Days?
The two of us have primarily been at the pier. We traveled this way maybe when we first got here. That was probably like 6 weeks ago. But the trail cuts right through all of this. Do you think it's safe?
Oh, so can I take a branch from like a healthy tree before we and just kind of toss it in and see what happens? Just kind of curious.
Yeah, you take like tree heavy with really healthy looking green leaves and such. You toss it in there. You don't see anything change with that.
Okay.
It stays.
Hmm.
But that's definitely not natural. But what it is, I have no idea.
Yeah, I
But
just
it's not
want to
good.
walk around and see if there's anything that can help us understand.
You're walking around the perimeter of the.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You start to walk around, looking in, and eventually, you noticed it from the contrast, perhaps, but there is a small flower, purple in color. Like you see kind of like a patch of it inside the gray zone. It seems like unaffected. Um, and a pretty common flower. You probably recognize it. It's a lily of the valley. There's a couple of patches of it that you see. It seems like it's unaffected.
I have this holy smoke thing that the smoke spreads among those present, and gathers around objects and creatures in relations to how corrupted they are. The closer the smoke gathers, the more tainted. Game Master clearly states if objects or creatures are blight stricken, blight marked, or thoroughly corrupt. I don't know if that would do anything or.
It's a spell you're casting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's telling me to put.
Take your corruption and everything like that.
Yeah. How do
Okay.
I just put it here just to.
All right, so you light up some incense and such, just as it kind of suggests. You're spreading it around, kind of on the perimeter of this this blight. I'm gonna say it doesn't really it doesn't really coalesce or focus anywhere. Just kind of drifts off into the air.
Really? Just doesn't seem to be corrupted or blight stricken, this area. There must be something else then.
What might be special about those flowers that they didn't get? Or do they grow really fast? Is it new growth? I don't do you know anything,
Uh,
Dario, about those feather or those
uh,
flowers?
uh, I don't know. Maybe if I think a little bit harder, use my intelligence with nature.
I mean, you can roll something if you want. I'm gonna say no.
Okay. 14.
It's definitely a lily of the valley. That is the flower.
Yeah.
But as far as like, you don't know what caused the blight, so like you can't really
Right.
make a determination on that.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go over there and pick it.
Okay, you do so. Nothing unusual happens.
Nothing. Okay. Okay.
Guys, I think we should stay in this gray zone as little as possible. So let's push through.
You start to move around it best you can. It doesn't seem to be a super pervasive thing. you're able to kind of walk. It's maybe, we'll say 100 feet in diameter, so fairly easy just to walk around it and then continue back onto the path, going in the direction that your two companions here are leading you towards. And so you would continue forward, and I believe just about here is where you will arrive at your destination. Oops, not that one. Sorry about that. You'll have to let me know if if you got vision on this guy or not.
Yeah, we
Oh,
do.
you do.
Yeah.
It's just that first map was
Yeah.
problematic. Okay, so basically, what you see is there's this wooden palisade that kind of rings. I don't know, the front quarter of this large tower, this very ruined looking tower. In some respects, it's a miracle that the tower is even intact, and it seems that some of it has fallen away. Like the back end of it, a lot of blocks and chunks of stone off the top have dropped away. The mortar looks very shaky, particularly at the top. A little bit more stable at the bottom, but you can see that the palisade itself doesn't inspire a lot of confidence. Again, like they established everything like 6 weeks ago, and it all really seems like it's more of a very temporary kind of accommodations and such. A little makeshift gatehouse on the west side of the palisade here. And I don't know, palisade. It's really just like wooden timbers that are like kind of strung together by straps of leather, not dug very deep. It's a little wobbly itself, but over the top of that, you can kind of see the roof of what looks like a very simple kind of building that likely Ordo Magica built, and then the tower itself. The two guides that are with you tell you that the headquarters they'd kind of secured like the first level of the tower and felt it suited their needs or whatever. And so that was what they were kind of using as the headquarters. Within, you'd be able to find the magic circle that they were using to communicate with Thistlehold.
That
we announce?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say, do we announce our presence?
Well, maybe, but maybe we just take a look first to see
Yeah.
what's going on before
Something tells
bringing
me
attention.
we're not gonna find anybody, but let's investigate.
Where would you like to focus your investigation to begin?
Is the entrance to the palisade this building here?
Yep.
It's like that. Okay.
Yep. Gatehouse really isn't a great word. It's a shed, basically, that the extensions of the rough logs kind of connect right up. And it's got just like kind of essentially like two really big, oversized, almost like kind of barn door style gate. It is shut. You can imagine there's probably like a wooden beam or bar or something on the other side that closes it.
So I guess Val will focus on sound first. Like, do we hear any signs that there's someone moving about in there?
Yeah. Perception check. You don't hear anything from where you're currently at on the outside.
Well, guys, I think we have to get closer.
Yeah.
Oh, unless you see something else I didn't see. I mean, I was focused here on noise, but
Is there any like gaps between the wooden beams, like to be able to peek inside at all into that area?
I'm gonna say that there's probably a couple of areas where they would be that loose where you could like maybe just with a little bit of effort on your own part to wedge it, you'd be able to look into the courtyard. So we'll say you find a spot of such like somewhere over here. Looking in, you would see the keep. You could probably a lot of it see from outside of that. It's like 4 stories tall. There is a door right down over here that looks relatively new. It's an iron framed hardwood door that covers the entrance. You can see this shed or this whatever you want to call it. Small 1-story building. Looks of new construction. Don't see any light or anything. There's a couple of windows that exist on the tower, but no light. Nobody walking around.
Just kind of looking for movement of any kind, especially after the whole cat thing.
Yeah, you've got a pretty good eye on the courtyard, and you don't see any meerkats or anything moving around in there.
I mean, I know my eyes are old, but I'm not seeing anything too concerning peeking through this little area here.
Your eyes may be old, but still very sharp. I mean, you really did take 2 of those cats before, so.
Well, that that's I mean, I've been doing that for years, taking out the vermin.
Well, let's secure this compound, guys.
Let's do it.
But in there than out here, perhaps.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see.
How would you like to get in?
How tall is the palisade?
We'll say I don't know, like 12 feet.
Hey Dario, what say you? I give you a prod.
Sounds good.
So basically, Val, lets Dario gets on his shoulder so that he can basically hoist himself above the palisade.
Okay.
Or is too shanky for him to do that.
Dario, as you swing over to the other side, give me like an acrobatics check. It's basically to avoid, they are spiked on the top, so like you're trying to avoid like maybe cutting or catching some clothing or whatever on the top.
Do I get advantage with the little push, the help?
No.
Had to try.
Oh,
Oh,
So
a 4.
you're gonna snag yourself for a little bit here. Just 1 point of damage, but you do cut yourself.
Oh,
oh, that did not look good. That looked
Yep.
painful. Good thing you visited those women last night. Or wait, no, it was a few nights ago.
But you're in on the other side, and you can see the little gatehouse there. Yeah, there's you could go and lift the bar or whatever and open up the doors for the others.
All right.
So with that, you're all able to enter into the courtyard. You're all together.
Well, let's clear the place.
Yeah.
I would start with the shed.
Mhm.
Unless the Marla and Prando will have a different idea.
They I mean, probably Dario's comments about they're not going to find anyone alive in here didn't instill a lot of confidence in them, but they are more or less hanging back, just kind of following your lead. They're keeping eyes out, but there's nobody walking around. Like, this is the headquarters. Like, they would anticipate that people would be greeting them at the gatehouse and stuff. So, yeah, they're willing to just kind of let you take the lead, and they're following behind. So you make your way over to the shed.
Yeah.
Door is open, and you can make your way in. Looks like this is where they filled up all of their supplies, particularly foodstuffs. There's meat, bread, fish, fruits. Unfortunately, all of it is gray and black.
Oh, okay.
But there's also a lot of supplies and those things don't have any blight on them. It's just the food stuffs is all, I don't know, it's very similar to that spot that you saw in the woods. Like, it's all just lost its vibrancy or withered, and like the bread has just become like not moldy, but like hard, like it dehydrated or something.
Chalk. Everything looks
Yeah.
like oh.
But, bundles of rope, there's lanterns, flasks of oil. Like, they were gearing up to go on an exploration of a tomb. So anything that you could think of, grappling hooks, crowbars, like things like that are in good supply here.
Grab one of those grappling hooks.
Does it look like there has been like a fight? No, right? By your description, I guess the answer is no, but just confirming
Nope.
that.
Yeah, it's pretty orderly, organized.
It's almost
Whatever
just
happened
something-
here,
Yeah.
they either left or disappeared, or but whatever happened relatively fast and without creating chaos.
Yeah, I mean, it almost looks like something just sucked the life force out of vegetation and food products. But we're not seeing grayed out hollow people yet.
Are there any peculiar footsteps, any trails anywhere?
You can make a survival check.
Can I give him advantage? Or roll independently, whatever you prefer.
How are you helping?
Assisting him, just making sure, I pointing, oh, like, did you look at those tracks over there?
Okay. Yeah, if you want to have advantage on that, you can. You more of a distraction, maybe, with all of your like, hey, he's just like, quit double checking my work. Let me cook here. You don't see anything. Actually, it seems like pretty orderly. You're looking for like soot or blood or anything like on a boot or something, like it
Right.
just isn't here.
Well, I hate to have to say it. Yeah, but we have to check the ruined tower. I don't know, I have a bad feeling about that one.
I know. But we won't know what we're dealing with until we look, so I agree. Best to go.
All right, you exit from the shed and make your way to that door that is not in conformity with the age of the building. The door itself is new.
And is this thing just like rock from the tower sitting here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess Val is gonna ask Marla and Prandtl, "Do you guys put that door over there?"
And they confirm that. Yeah. We had to obviously make some alterations in order to secure this place, but the fact that there was a tower there that we could kind of make work for our needs kind of expedited our construction of a home base. So yeah, we brought that, bolted it from the inside. If anyone is here, it will likely be locked.
Is it locked?
We should probably check.
Do you check the lock? Yep, it is.
It's bolted, or, would we be able to maybe try?
That's a good.
Do you have a key?
It's a good clarification. It does feel like it's a bolt versus
Okay.
like a door lock.
Yeah.
How about we knock? If someone is alive, perhaps will hear us. Marla, Prandtl, do you want to announce your voices? Perhaps someone inside might be familiar with your voices.
They kind of step forward and maybe give a knock. Hello? They'll call up a couple of names. Lester. Senia. Tonsil. What languages do you all speak? So there's a strange voice that responds, but you may not understand it.
Apparently, I just have Ambrian on my sheet, so
Okay.
that's not really great.
I did not write it, so I guess Ambrian, and if the barbarian language is different, then I guess you would know that as well.
Sure.
Yeah, I would hope I would know Dwarven too
Sure.
as a dwarf, but
I think that's just the Ambrian for me.
Okay. Yeah, there's a voice that responds, but you all don't understand it.
And neither do the
Mm-mm.
two.
They don't. But I'll let you all make an insight check. And if someone can hit a 15, I'll tell you something.
ooh, insight.
And I hit the 15 now. Probably not.
Oh,
Ooh.
well,
Ooh.
we didn't do too
Wow.
So,
bad.
actually, it makes sense that the two people that rolled high as they did. So, you both had spent some time independently with Percy's character, Murgnock.
Murknock.
Yeah.
Sometimes he'd swear or say something under his breath in his native tongue. And like whatever is talking to you sounds like that. Like it sounds like goblin.
Okay. Oh,
But
I
we
wish I
can't
would have
hear
asked
them,
him
yeah.
what all those
What it
words
meant,
meant.
right?
Yeah.
But probably swearing, so
Probably a good guess. Yeah. It doesn't sound friendly, like come on in, right? It just sounds kind of like angry.
Like maybe maybe angry isn't the right word, but anxious, annoyed. Like if you could translate these words, without knowing what they mean, you probably get in the sense of like, go away, shoo.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But you don't know that for sure.
Right.
But it seems like it talks at you for a little bit. What do you do after you hear this kind of chatter?
Does it look to a visual inspection that there will be an easy way in other than this bolted door? Short of climbing
Short of
the outside.
climbing, which is probably a precarious prospect. There are a lot of openings, like arrow slit openings along the sides
Yeah,
of
that's not good.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
not good. Guys, we should
Oh,
move ourselves outside of this Harrow's Litz over here because they decide to shoot us. We're perfect targets.
I I want to
So
try sliding a few coins under the door if that's possible
okay,
before I go and hide, just to see. I can't speak the language, but maybe I can show
how much are you
just to see.
offering?
I don't know. Let's see. I've got 14 Thaler. Let's do 4.
For Thaler?
Sure.
that's a lot
Click.
of money.
That is a
Door.
lot.
That door opens, and on the other side, you just see this, kind of stumpy looking, gray skinned goblin staring up at you.
Oh, hi. Okay, you guys talk. I don't talk very well. My charisma's not very great.
Starts pointing at like your bow and your swords and.
Put him away. Put my bow away.
Mm-hmm. Put my hands up. Nope, not here to hurt.
He holds out the coin and he looks at you, Vesper. Eh? Shh. Starts kind of shuffling inside. It seems to be leading you towards this, like, there's an opening here.
All right. I mean, I'll follow. I look around at the others and shrug and just kind of go on in.
All right. So you all follow in. And big circular chamber here. Basically empty of like furnishings and such, other than this throne that has been set up, upon which there is a goblin who is seated upon it. He is flanked by, on either side of him, on either side of the throne, seems like maybe bodyguards, studded leather wearing goblins, short swords in hilts at their belt, hanging off their belt. And he's got like 3 bodyguards with him. And then it's kind of scattered among the room, maybe 8 or so, like other goblins just kind of lingering around, maybe like cleaning blades, just, I don't know, one of them's like cleaning a fish over in the corner. They're just like kind of doing some mundane chores and such. And the goblin, who's like leading you, just kind of points forward towards the throne. Ah. And then this goblin is sitting in the stone chair. Kind of narrows his eyes at you. Yeah. So he like talks at you. You establish that you can't understand each other, and then he's like, "Meow, meow." You hear him call out in his language, and another goblin, like kind of from the people lingering around, kind of comes forward. seems like a woman goblin, wearing kind of lots of necklace beads around her neck. Has kind of a shawl on. She's got a crown that has a lot of like animal teeth kind of stripped together on like a leather coil or whatever. And then she kind of intercedes, steps in between the king, the guy on the throne, the guy that's pretending to be king, I guess, right now. He seems to be enjoying himself. But she kind of intercedes, like positions herself between him and you, and she says she speaks in the Ambrian tongue, like very primitively, but she says, "You business here, not welcome. Oh, welcome.
Oh,
Yes, welcome. You are Big Paw. Big Paw welcomes all." Hmm? And
Oh,
thank you,
and
Big Paul.
little curtsy, sure, I'll be, regal, treat them like the royalty they are.
And then I'll say, have you seen these people or more people like this? And I point to the Ordo robes and stuff.
yes,
Where?
there. And she points to like another room. There's an opening over here. She points to that. There.
Okay. And Daria's gonna head over there.
Hey, whoa. Uh, not welcome.
But those are the people we're looking for.
Don't know you.
I don't know you either.
Welcome here. Njeg. Seer. I see things.
Ah.
I not see you.
Mm.
And
Dario.
did you s-
You maybe bring lingering death, shadow.
You talking about the thing that makes everything gray out
Yes.
there?
Yes.
Yeah.
You see. You have sight.
Unfortunately, sometimes I do.
We
Did
are cursed with sight.
oh,
You and me.
yeah, that's my subclass. Yep.
Ah,
Did did they bring lingering death? Is that why they're in that room?
Lingering death come before us. Came once, could come again.
Without warning, it just comes, or
Don't know,
do
but
people? Oh,
maybe you bring.
no, I
I'm pretty
guess you
sure it
gotta be
was already
careful.
here.
The king starts. He starts talking. Big Paw. Big Paw disagrees me. wants to make deal. He starts like kind of jabbering on. She's like, okay. He say, you want robe people. You want talk with him. Make offer.
Why do we fight? We fight for the booty. Why do we raid? We raid for the booty. Why do we
Oh,
die?
and we're
We die
getting
for the booty.
rated here by Initiative League. Thanks for coming in. We're having a conversation between people that don't share a language, and I don't think the characters here. Thanks for coming in, by the way. I'll give you a shout out here. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Hope you guys had a good game. But if you're if you're wondering at all about why the strange talking is happening, they're negotiating with some goblins here in the woods of Davokar, and yeah, they've only got one shoddy translator.
What kind of offering?
Money? Stuff? Material?
Well,
Well, first we want
what
to
do
know
got?
if Magister Syria is here. Sinia is here. Before negotiation.
Maybe.
We see her, negotiation. No see her, no negotiation.
Talling man. Not woman.
I guess Val will look toward Marlon Brando.
But some big sleep. No wake up. In there. Sad.
Yeah, I can tell she's rather devastated.
Very sad.
Maybe sleeping. Don't know. One who awake. Tonsil? Name Tonsil.
We did hear them call that name before.
Head. Not so good. Not so good in head. Kind of funny. You speak tonsil? Maybe a little coin for tonsil?
How many coins per tonsil?
10? 10 coin. This many? This many.
Do you guys think tonsil's worth 10 coins?
I mean, 10 shilling, perhaps.
Oh. Me no shilling. Me no shilling.
Okay.
You do better.
Shilling in double car?
No.
No.
We like Thaler here.
It opens doors everywhere.
I speak money.
Yeah, we hear.
I speak money very well.
$5 we get to speak.
Make a
If
persuasion
no
check.
speak,
Oh, yeah, sorry.
yeah. No, I say like if no speak, no $10. Persuasion?
Yep.
Coming. Let's see how much Val is persuasive. Not so much.
She says, 10. Firm 10.
Firm. Here we go. $10 coming out of my character sheet. Very sadly. Very sad. Very sad.
She comes forward
Very
and
sad.
collects it from you. And thank you for the follows, Initiative League and D&D Espanol. We appreciate you here. Thanks for the follows. She collects the coin and kind of gracefully just like waves her hand as if you have permission to walk over there. She goes and like brings the coin to the goblin on the throne. He's like, "Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo." He starts throwing it up in the air. You know, not quite enough to like do a Scrooge McDuck, but you know, that kind of energy is coming forth. Yeah, so you all start to make your way over to this room, peek in there, and on the inside, basically what you see in the center of the floor are runes or symbols that have been etched into a circular pattern, and they all kind of shimmer a little bit. You can kind of see like kind of a silver. There's something inside the grooves. Those of you that maybe know a little bit about magic, it seems likely that some kind of concoction that includes silver dust was probably kind of sprinkled into the grooves that make up that circle, maybe imbuing it with a little bit of that little bit of magic to allow communication back to Thistlehold. There is a leather-bound book that sits in the middle of the circle, and there's a man who looks very unkempt. His hair is just kind of matted. His clothing is really soiled and dirty. There's a little bit of body odor in here, and you see this man is kind of just sitting cross-legged in the corner. He's got something in his hand, and it looks like a wooden chisel or something. He's like carving. You hear like stone on metal kind of grinding. And he's kind of rocking back and forth a little bit as he just humming. Shining protector. Beautiful.
Tonsil. Is that you?
I am Tonsil. And who are you?
What's happened? What's happened? We've been sent from Thistlehold. You guys have disappeared.
I have not disappeared. You see me with your own eyes. I am here. I have
That's
been
not what
saved. I'm not like
Why
the
have you
others.
stopped
And he turns
the
and he
others?
looks, and you can see that there is kind of like a stack of bodies in here. They're all wearing Ordo Magica robes, but they're just kind of lying. Maybe, we'll say there are 8 bodies.
Dead. To
Dead.
be clear.
Dead.
Okay.
What happened?
Oh. Well, the darkness came. The darkness came, but I was spared. The protector climbed out of the sky and gifted me her protection. Came down from the heavens on her shimmering threads, chose me to be saved with her holy bite. Why a wretch like me? I do not know. And he just keeps chiseling away. Would you like to see? I could show you. I could show you her holy mark upon my flesh.
You've been bitten.
Yes. The goddess gave me her blessing.
The goddess kill these things? I mean, these others?
No. No. The darkness killed these things. The goddess did not do this.
Well, I'd like to see your holy bite. Yeah. I'd be kind of curious.
He kind of lights up at your interest, and he pulls down like his robe a little bit on the back of his neck. You can see what really looks like a fang, like a spider bite on the back of his neck.
Okay. You said she was shimmering, shining, coming down from the heavens?
Yes. Yes, she showed herself here in the midst of the darkness, and in the midst of when all hope was gone, she showed herself. She told me she could protect me from the darkness, and she did. I survived. No one else did, but I did. And my prayers go with her. She could protect you too. I know it. And he takes your hands, Vesper, and he just puts this thing that he's been chiseling. He puts this like amulet into your hands. And when you look down in your palm, like it appears to be the symbol of the church, the symbol of Prios, but he's like etched this like spider web kind of pattern across the sun, and he's kind of etched like 8 legs coming off of the sun. It's just like
Okay.
a little creepy to look at.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a little creepy.
Have I ever seen this symbol before in my
Mm-mm.
travels and in my witch hunting?
No,
No.
it seems to be something of his own craft.
I'm gonna take a look at the bodies.
The bodies, you could do a medicine check.
Ooh, man.
It's tough not having high wisdom characters in the party.
Yeah.
I'll roll as well. I'm gonna check as well.
Well,
Val,
thankfully you did.
their skin is just really dry and cracked. They just appear to be extremely dehydrated. No wounds. If you're checking for spider bites or something like that on them, they don't have any. But it's almost like all of the moisture in their bodies was just like sucked out or drained out.
So where were you, Tencel, when they got taken by darkness?
Oh, fortunately, I was outside in the courtyard. Somewhere in here, they had no chance. They could not see my goddess. She descended, like I said, from the heavens. I was just in the right place at the right time, and I heard her beautiful voice. You could hear it if you'd like.
Well, a few more questions before from you. I like your voice, right? So you're saying she saved you. Did she save you with the bite? The bite
Yes.
was the thing that saved you?
She said quickly now. Bear your flesh to me. I will give you my mark. You will be saved. And she was
Is
right.
that a Prios thing?
Yes, Prios sent her.
I mean, there are about 10 people missing. I see 8 bodies you 9, Marla Prendel 11. We know that we're 20 of you guys.
Senya. Some of the others have not come back yet. I've been waiting for them.
Where did they go?
They went to the tomb. There's
Mm-hmm.
a map in that book there.
Is that all right if
Oh.
we look at the book? I was noticing that sitting there.
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
Maybe there's some more things written in here that make sense.
I hope so.
Yeah, I'll take a look at the
This
book.
this isn't making sense at all.
I'll probably start from the back of the book because, my thought is if it's some sort of journal or diary, I'd want to see some of the most recent entries.
So you step into the circle to grab the book?
I don't know if I want to step into the circle, but if I have to get close to it, so if I have to, yeah.
Yep. So you
Okay.
go and you reach, maybe you're trying to get in and out as quickly as possible.
Yeah, it's magic, right? So I don't know.
When you step in, like briefly, you do hear a voice talk to you.
Okay.
And it says, kind of a raspy voice. Hard to tell like a gender, but like if you had to guess, you would say female, but kind of alien feeling. And it just says, "The gift I gave to him could be yours if you wish." And then, depending on whether you withdraw or not, you would like not hear it if you exit the circle.
Yeah, I'll exit the circle.
You exit. You grab the
Yeah.
book. You exit the circle. So that's
Yeah.
all you hear.
Yeah.
But it's
I
like
will say-
it's like entering into like a reception. The radio signal, and as soon as you step out, it like kind of statics out, and you don't hear it then.
So I heard the voice, you guys. It spoke to me in the circle. So I'm kind of curious where the other end of this connects to.
I thought that
soon as you
was
say
just a
that-
hold.
As soon as you say that, Dario steps into the circle.
I'll look at the book while you listen to the voice.
Now remember, I have the skull with me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean the crown. Sorry,
Both. The
Right.
skull and the crown.
the skull and the crown.
The voice speaks to you, Dario, and says, "I can protect you from the darkness, the thing that stalks these woods. You need not fear it. You need only to do something for me. If you are open to talking, you can meet me where I dwell. A sinkhole not far from where you currently stand, where I gave my mark to that individual in there. Find me. I can give you this gift, and we can talk."
And Dario steps out. If the voice was done.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Broad strokes are it. If you are willing to come to it, it will give you the mark. But it seems like that's conditional on you doing something for it.
I step out and I say, I didn't hear anything.
Well, maybe I'm just being imaginative, but thought I heard. Did you want to try it, Val? Maybe you'd hear something.
No. No.
All right, let's be rational and look at the book then. Maybe there's something written in here by someone who hasn't been bitten.
So there's quite a bit of text in here. I'm going to read it to you. I don't have it readily available to like drop into chat, but I will. Like after the game, I will get the handouts, and I just don't have them in PDF form on this book, so I'll just have to either scour the internet for them or type them out for you. But the journal, probably as you start looking at it, you're going to really realize what Tonsil's job was, and he seems to have been a clerk. This journal is his book. And it seems like a lot of the observations from within it are pretty boring. It's a lot of taking stock of routines and inventory, changing the guard, like different tasks, those kinds of things, right? But there is narrative that has been applied to some of the pages, and the most recent observations are a little bit more interesting to you and the context of why you're here. So, one of the first entries that piques your interest says, just like the scouts foretold, we found the overgrown ruin satisfactory and established our home base here. During the hike from the outpost, we had to be ever diligent, hacking a path through the dense greenery which rules the area. Everyone took to the knife to help clear out the ruined keep. Outside, we left everything untouched, hoping to mask our presence. Who knows what famished creatures lurk hereabout? A separate entry. Some days later. At the morning assembly, Magister Senia told us that she has established a circle here at the keep and completed a first report to Thistlehold. I notice that others beside me find this reassuring. Even if all of us know that the feeling of security was an illusion, we are a long way from safety, and the circle will not save us if threats arise. But we can get advice, and that is a very precious thing in an exposed situation like ours. The investigation of the ruins has afforded both joy and some exasperation. Our scouts have located the tomb, from which the plunderer Gorak stole his tainted artifact. The ancient writings on the mausoleum indicate that it contains the remains of a person of stature, likely one of the local kings who ruled the area during Symbarum's early days. That the tomb has already been breached is evident, but hopefully the robbers did not manage to empty it or destroy it completely. A separate entry. After mapping the whole area, Magister Senia found the tomb most promising. She also warned us about the sinkhole. This is hardly necessary since we all know that 2 patrols have vanished in its vicinity, but it demonstrates the greatness of her heart and her care for all members of the expedition. The mutterings and curses of the scouts and servants are evidently misdirected. Magister Senia is far from a cold-hearted slave driver, and the ruins much more than some overgrown meat grinder. On another note, the scouts have reported seeing streaks of grayish-black death spreading throughout the area, radiating out from the sinkhole, if the reports are to be correct. What this is, and if it will affect our work, is hard to know, but very easy to have nightmares about. Magister Senia has ordered the whole expedition to start preparing for entering the mausoleum, and she has deciphered the text on the entry vault, hunting for clues as to what awaits us inside. If the streaks of dead nature keep spreading, our time here may come to its end, so we have every reason to hurry. And I believe the last entry here. The ground quivers in pain. Screams echo through the ruin. I dare not go outside. A deeper kind of darkness roams the night. I am nearly paralyzed. The cold eats at my soul. By Prios, the darkness is bleeding through the walls. From the heavens, a light, like a descending sun, of shimmering limbs. She embraces me. The Savior is here. Prios be praised. And that seems to be the last entry.
Well, and I mean, I could have read this out loud. Or summarized it. So I'll share what it says.
In the time that you do that, I think Tonsil goes and finds another stone, and he just starts like almost like self-conscious about hearing you reading his words aloud, and he's just getting a little manic.
Very helpful, Tonsil. I'm glad you have this record here. I'm sure it's not easy to listen to.
And then he starts to say map, map. And you will note that there is a map of the region among. I'll have to get you this graphic too. I'll try to hold it up. But it shows the area. It would show you pretty accurately where the mausoleum is, as well as the sinkhole. But I'll get you a clean picture of that.
So Magister Senior is at the tomb, not at the sinkhole, but the sinkhole is where the corruption is spreading out of. Is that you guys' interpretation as well?
Mhm.
That would be probably verified by the map. The sinkhole and the mausoleum are apart from each other, like quite a bit.
It's interesting to me, and I say this trying not to let Tonsil hear too much because I want to say it more to these guys, but it the desiccated nature of the bodies speaks a little bit more to like what a spider might do. So it's interesting to me that Tonsil's saying the spider bite saved him because doesn't it kind of look like these people were like sucked dry?
Were there any marks on their bodies?
Yeah. I mean, that's a theory easily verified.
There are no bite marks on the bodies.
And no like tattoo thing or anything.
Nope.
Well,
And he wrote that the darkness was seeping through the walls.
That is true.
If that's true, though, we're not safe here. Like, if this thing can literally go through the walls and kill people or dry them, make them dry, so to
Right.
speak, that's not a good thing. Whether or not we believe in the goddess, which I personally don't, but whether or not we believe in that, we should get out of here before
yeah,
dark.
Alex, is there a goddess in the Prios, this religion?
Prios is monotheistic religion. You are not to worship any other
Right.
gods.
Yeah, so how could these people be talking about a goddess and thanking Prios if there's no other god but Prios?
Because he's a little bit nuts, and he will say
Hmm.
that whispering.
Well, and wherever the darkness came from, I mean, it was streaking from the sinkhole originally. So I don't know what's in that sinkhole, but it
Maybe we
sounds
should check.
dangerous.
No, no,
Oh,
Dario. No, Dario. We're here to deliver, or rather, to replace, return the
Mhm.
skull. The
Hmm.
single is a problem for another day and possibly another party. I did not sign up for that. With that being said, if there are people to be saved, we should try to save them.
Right.
And when I say people, I might include goblins in that category, but I'm not 100% sure.
I think we should tell them. I mean, not all goblins. They just are hanging out here, having
Yeah, fun with my $10. Yes, lots of
You gotta
fun.
make a living. Come on.
One,
But I think you're right.
two,
We should warn them. And I mean, at least if we tell them, they can decide if they want to stay or not.
Granted, yeah. Do you think we can enlist them to our expedition? It should we.
Oh, I don't know about that. May
I mean, we
maybe
could try, but
there's a couple good look. I mean, they look like they could fight. Those bodyguards there.
Let's see if
I
they
think
can tell us anything about the darkness. I mean, that's something
right,
they would probably be aware, not necessarily in
yeah.
those words, but
right. Well, the lingering death, I think she called
Mhm.
it. So maybe we share what we learned from this book with whatever her name was, Nagig.
we're not getting involved with this arachnid goddess,
I
correct?
really don't want to get bit by a spider. No. It seems like I don't know if it was the darkness that did it or the spider, but Tonsil
Spider,
started losing it a bit
a
near the
spider
end.
don't talk, and much less telepathically. So,
Well, I did hear something talking through the magic
no,
circle.
I hear you. I hear you. That's what I'm saying. Like, it cannot be literally a spider. I'm just saying.
I
I mean,
I mean, I
Davakar
don't
is
know.
filled with many strange things and many things that we've never seen before. So,
Like cats with poison dripping from their fangs.
Well, I
That's
feel
strange.
that's a different magnitude than a telepathically talking spider, if you allow me to say
What if
that.
it isn't telepathic? What if it's verbal? Would that be less strange?
mm.
If it could
No, but
speak?
I'm just no.
No, I agree. I know I shouldn't be difficult. But maybe it's someone speaking through the spider. It's their familiar or something. There's ways these things can be explained.
Yeah, I mean, the one way to explain this is she. I calling it she, like she. It, um, it puts some venom in this pure man's body that somehow appears to retard, slow down, or insulate him from whatever ailed the others. That is one explanation. I'm not saying it is the explanation.
No,
Um,
I mean, and it wouldn't explain why I heard somebody say the gift that I gave him could be yours if you wish when I stepped into the circle. Because I didn't
I mean,
get
I'm
any
not
of the
expert in magic,
poison.
but isn't that what the circle does? Allow you to um,
Speak.
Right, but if you're
connect.
Communicate.
saying he's hallucinating, hearing that the spider's talking to him
Mm.
because of the toxin, I didn't get the toxin, and I heard what I assume was the voice.
But that
Is
could be
he
the
in the?
difference. Like, if you're not bitten, you need to be inside the magical circle to receive the conversation. But if you've got something in you, perhaps you're like an open channel permanently with
That could be.
this creature.
That very well could be. It is beyond my. Remember the animal handling thing? I'm not very good with animals. I don't
Don't worry,
understand.
it's not an animal. Whatever it is, not an animal.
But well, you know what I can do is I can share with Nagig some of what we read in this book and let them know that that sinkhole is dangerous and they shouldn't listen to voices, whether they come from spiders or not.
I mean, let's see what happens.
Yeah, okay.
And
So I will
with
try.
that, I guess what are we gonna do with this poor man? Should we try to bring it with us? Be here?
Do you have the money for it? Because you paid 10 to talk to this guy. I'm not sure how much they would charge for us to take him.
I mean, he might be nuts, but he's alive. I think we should bring him back with us.
I think Marla and Plendel might suggest that they'd be willing to take him back. They'd be willing to go back, take him back to their rowboat, and head back to Thistlehold. Try to get him some assistance. They're
That would
tired and
work for me.
weary, but they don't want to stay here any longer. They're not super excited about. I think at this point, listening to you guys talk, they know that you're going to the tomb, and though they hold out hope that their comrades are alive, they're probably not feeling like they're healthy enough for a dungeon delve. So they would offer that.
Understood. And we have 2 separate rowboats, correct? So they're not taking
Yep.
out the only one we would have.
Yeah, they had their own, and so then yours is still there, also.
But I would ask them to take ours, because I imagine ours would have been smaller than the one that the 20 of them would have gotten here.
Um,
No?
I think probably like logistically they didn't all come on the boat. Like some of them came through the
Okay.
woods and like
Okay.
some of that. So
Okay.
their rowboat
either
is
way-
about the same size as yours.
Okay. Okay. That makes. Well then, take whatever you want.
We should probably clear it with the king first, though, because we don't want to get these goblins mad.
Please don't get where he is into this guy's mind. He's not a king. He doesn't have power over these people. But anyway,
Yeah,
that's just what I
fair.
think.
Oh, that's fine. I just sometimes feel like if someone wants to think they're a king and you treat them like a king, they're more likely to, not take offense. But my main thing though is to go share the book with Nagig. And maybe one of the ways I can phrase it is like there's some valuable information here. Is there any way we can trade this helpful information for
that.
Tonstall being able to, go back? He's sick. His people can take him back home and we'll share this helpful information with you.
It's a good idea. I like it.
Sounds good. So you go to kind of treat with the goblins. As soon as you approach, they kind of form back up and like kind of try to, make sure their king is protected, and they try to give him, the sense of a royal audience here. And Najeg says, "You have good talk. Good talk with friend."
Yeah. You're right. He's not well.
Kind of funny.
But when he was well, he wrote down some very important things in this book. And I want to share them with you because we all think this might be very important for you to know, for your safety, for your king's safety. We would like our poor friend here, though, to be able to go home with his compatriots and get the medical help he needs. I think that would be a fair trade.
Chief Gabba Big Paw, big fan, Tonsil, favorite,
Yeah.
very funny. I ask, no
Okay.
promise. He says okay.
Oh, very generous king. Thank you. And then I will share with you what he wrote in this book, and I'll summarize the whole thing about the sinkhole and the streaks coming from there, how that and the darkness coming through the walls, like everything that we just read.
And she is very interested in all of that. You have her undivided attention. She asks you some questions along the way about like how long ago and the dates and everything. That it doesn't matter. But she's trying to get a sense of. I think what you gather is she's the only one of their tribe that is taking that threat seriously, and so she wants as much detail as you can give her so that she can try to convince her king that this is not a great
Right.
place.
The lingering death could come again, and that's where it's coming from. You've got to try to convince your people to leave here.
Thank you. Tonight I will have a vision and share this information with Big Paw.
Right.
Take tall fool. He go home now with you. We keep your Thaler. Thank you again. Pleasure. We will do business again, I am sure. Look me up, Thistlehold. Oftentimes I speak money. You find me. We trade.
It was a pleasure meeting you.
Many blessings to you. How you say? Oh, son, very good. We love the sun. Yes, you love the sun. We love the sun. Yeah,
Sun
yeah,
is great.
sure.
Yep. Hmm.
Sure.
Goodbye. She will escort you to the door when you're ready. They'll like a couple of the goblins go and they say goodbye to.
Oh, yeah. Can we show the symbol to them and see if they've seen it?
They all like
The
everybody like
spider.
pulls out from a pocket one of these things. They're like,
Okay. No, like if they have like like I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Forget about it.
Apparently, Tonsil's been busy and
Yeah.
made a lot for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you start asking any questions to like, she's very dismissive of Prios. They're like, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
Ambrians love their sun god. It's the only form of mysticism, of course. But they have their own gods or whatever, so they don't really care about Prios. Yeah. So I'm just trying to think like time of day. It's probably like early afternoon. Based
I
on
guess
the.
we should.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I think given that timing, I think we should go back with them at the pier and see them off, and probably we make camp there. I don't feel we should go directly at the right now. I certainly need rest.
Yeah, you
I
got bit
agree.
up pretty bad by those kitties before.
Sounds good. It's like a what did I say? About a 30-minute trek back to the pier. And so you can certainly make yourselves kind of comfortable, spend the rest of the day talking about planning or whatnot. It sounds like you're be more interested in heading to the tomb the next day. I think they'll all stay the day too. Like they won't leave in the boat until the morning. They'll stay with you until morning. At least then I'll have a proper meal, get a good night's sleep, and then start fresh in the morning. So, is there anything else you guys want to do? Otherwise, we can kind of end on doing like the rest procedure and then pick
Yeah.
it up next time with you going. It sounds like your plan would be next. Nobody's interested in going to the sinkhole. You're going to go to the tomb,
I don't
right?
know. Are you gonna go to the sinkhole, Dario, or
I don't know
no?
yet. We'll
Okay.
see.
I mean, something is a sinkhole. It's a sinkhole, and weird stuff coming out of it Is there anything there that sounds like a safe thing to you? Like I just
No. It reminds me of the show that was on Amazon with Josh Brolin, Outer Range, and it was all weird stuff in that little sinkhole.
okay.
I mean, Vesper doesn't have any interest in going to the sinkhole.
No. Oh.
No. Sorry.
So the long
Vesper is not
rest.
that old.
You recover hit points equal to the maximum level of your hit die plus your Constitution modifier by default on the long rest. So you can take that right now.
I think I have a small feature as a captain that allowed me to add some bit to the show. Let me see for what is it? It's called field dressings. In the starting second level, you can help wounded allies during a short or long rest. If you or any ally creatures regain hit points at the end of the rest by spending one or more hit dice, each of those creatures regain an extra 1d. I basically add 1d6 to whatever they're rolling, if they're rolling something.
Okay. Sounds good. That might be useful. You reduce temporary corruption by twice your proficiency bonus.
Okay, I'm gonna get
probably only
rid
applies
of
to you, but
yeah, getting that one.
and then you can spend
So
your
like
hit dice
here.
to either recover hit points or reduce corruption.
So I'm definitely gonna spend my head dice. Do I need to decide ahead of time, or can I go one at a time?
You can go one at a time.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll. Let me see if I can roll it. Oh, I can click on short rest, right? I guess. Yeah. Okay. So gonna click on rest. Oh, but actually doesn't roll it. Okay. How do I make it? Oh, here we go. Okay, so first, not so much. So I'm gonna roll another one. Get in there, but I'm gonna have to, unless you guys have other thing to add to me, I'm gonna use the
I
third one.
don't. I was looking. I think I'm set up to poison. I'm not set
That
up
was
to.
quite the
Mm.
opposite.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
was looking to see if it could at all be helpful, but no.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a third, and that should be enough. Last famous words. I'm short one. I'm not gonna use my last 8 die just in case I need it. I'm gonna stay at 30. But you, whatever you guys roll, please remember you're gonna roll 1d6 because I'm tending to your wounds.
I hit the long rest thing. I didn't know.
No, it's a short. And then you either click on the hit points or the corruption, and you can use it that way, basically.
Okay. Let's see.
Well, I was lucky. I didn't get hurt, so
Oh, you don't need it.
no,
Even
I'm
better.
good. I'm doing all right. That's what happens when you hide in the boat.
There was value to that. You got a lot of sneak attack damage.
Oh my
That got
gosh,
me.
yeah.
All right. I imagine you're all full up then.
Yep.
So it'll be a restful night. No interruption, no wandering encounters. Unless someone in this last 5 minutes wants to donate. But with that, we're probably going to call it a night. Next game would be 2 weeks from now. We got through everything that we needed to tonight, I think, to ensure that next time we will be able to finish up no problem. So, yeah, we'll close out next time with you, I assume, entering the Tomb of Dying Dreams and doing a little bit of a crawl to see not only can you accomplish your goal of returning the skull, but there's more to it. There's the whole mystery of what happened to the others who were here before you, and
Mm-hmm.
we will learn all this and more next time on the channel. So you come and see us then. If any of you are out there watch our Dolmenwood game, we're also concluding that on Tuesday, so you can come and check that out at 7 p.m. on Tuesday. That should be a lot of fun. But that's all I got. Anything from you all that you want to say before we close it out?
Thanks.
Thanks for watching.
It was fun.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks everybody. We're going to call it a night, and we'll see you next time. Bye.